Okay, welcome to another episode of Janice Try Stuff. So I'm thinking today I would really like to try something new. Tomatoes! Which is a big ask. Now Earth's Choice is a company that I really trust. I've been working with them for years. Emailed back and forth a bunch of times when I started trying different things and found that they're safe stuff for me, and actually their entire product line is sulfite free, which is really amazing. So I have diced tomatoes here, and I also have tomato paste, and I could also just go ahead and try regular tomatoes, but here's my thought. Because I trust this company, and I trust that the ingredients that they use do not contain sulfites, in spite of the fact that it is citric acid, and there are a few, so they have tomatoes, organic tomato juice, water, organic tomato paste, calcium chloride, and citric acid. So I know that I know that their water is sulfite free. I know that their calcium chloride and citric acid is also sulfite free. So for me, this is pretty safe for me to try. The big question is, do I react to tomatoes or not? Now, that's a big question because tomatoes have always kind of made me a little bit sick. I remember growing up, we'd have spaghetti and I would call it spaghetti stomach. It always made me feel a little bit unwell. But in retrospect, thinking back on that, it was because a lot of the time we were having tomato paste that would have been heavily sulfited. This tomato paste is not sulfited at all. It's just tomatoes, water, and citric acid. That's it. So if they had been sulfiting the tomato paste that Mom made spaghetti with and other things with, then maybe that's why it always made me feel a little bit upset. Because I'd certainly never had trouble with like a BLT sandwich, for example. So anyway, we'll see. And this is kind of my thought, that if I can have the diced tomatoes, which have a couple more ingredients than the tomato paste, then 2 for 1. I get tomato paste, diced tomatoes, and I can also have regular tomatoes for sure. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and try diced tomatoes today, but I don't know what to make. So I'll come back once I've figured out what I'm gonna make with this. Maybe some pasta. Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense. A little tiny bit of tomato on the pasta. Yeah, that should work. Okay, we're gonna do that. See you in a little bit. Okay, well, my pasta is boiling, but I realize I can probably just try a little bit on its own anyway. It's like mostly juice, so I don't know what, like, I guess like maybe half a teaspoonful will be kind of the right amount, like that much. Yeah, or even just the tomato part of that. Okay, well, it smells like tomato, what I remember to be tomatoes. Okay, so at one point my sister wondered if my beet and sweet potato chili was actually made with tomatoes because it smelled like it. I don't think this smells like it at all. Also, it tastes very different. Can't I describe the tomato flavor anymore? Not really. It's like acidic but sweet, kind of. Gosh, I miss tomatoes. I'm really hoping this works. See you in half an hour. Well, I'm back. I had some pasta for supper without tomatoes. So I guess I can have twice the size, which would be this way. A whole tomato piece. They're so sour. They're so very sour. Diced tomatoes are definitely better heated up in a sauce. Yep. Gonna try that for the next one. Okay, so things are going okay. My throat still feels a little weird, but otherwise, I don't think I have any hives or swelling, so that's good. I'm now gonna go for something bigger. It's like a quarter of a spoon now. The fact that it's a different flavor is a lot of fun. Quite like that. Quite like that a lot. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Anyway, see you in half an hour. Okay, well, it's been more than half an hour. Big chunk, like half a spoon size. This is a very decent sized chunk of tomato. It's just so sour. I like different flavors. I like different flavors. This needs basil, which I can't have. Maybe some salt. Salt would maybe help. And like potatoes. If I can have tomatoes, I can make ketchup. Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, that'll be exciting. I mean, it's been a couple hours already. I'm clearly not full-blown anaphylaxis, so that's a good sign. The trick will be whether or not this makes me feel violently ill later or otherwise unwell, because you really shouldn't eat things that make you don't feel well. Fair enough, right? Okay, see you in a bit. Well, I finished all of my like sample size aside from the tomato juice, and everything seems fine. So I'm gonna keep trying this over the next couple days, and hopefully it will all go well, and then I can add it to my list. Yay! Well, it's been another half hour, and I don't seem to be covered in hives. The back of my throat does feel a bit weird, but could be. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and double and see how things go. There we are, double toil and trouble. So sour. I don't know if I could like counterbalance this with something else, but that's very sour.